Hello, good people of California. This is Cindy Sheehan, your candidate for governor with the Peace and Freedom Party. And at this point, it is Wednesday, May 28th at about 8:30. This is a totally off-the-cuff recording, but we basically have 4 days left to vote for the June primary, and that's tomorrow and Friday and Monday and Tuesday. And we have a situation here in California where we have something called the top two primary. And that means that you can vote for anybody on June 3rd. It doesn't have to be a member of your party. And hopefully, since Jerry Brown will inexplicably, I can't say that word, since Jerry Brown will come in first, we're hoping that you will want somebody to run against him in November that will bring up the issues that are extremely important to Californians right now. If one of the top Republicans gets in, you have a Tea Party right-wing extremist on one side, and then you have another person who literally worked for Goldman Sachs and is one of the 1%ers that really we believe in the Peace and Freedom Party in my campaign that are destroying this state. And Jerry Brown is one of those people too. And what issues do we care about in California? California is the richest state in the union, but it has the highest poverty rate. 1/4 of the people that we live with here in this state are in poverty. So the 3/4 of us who are not have to stop pretending that this problem doesn't exist. And as a socialist party and people who want a society organized around equality and fairness, we think that when everybody does well, then we have a healthier society. We also have a situation where California ranks near the bottom of this country in education, and that is also inexcusable and unconscionable. With the resources we have here, we should be pouring that money. We believe that education should be free, and it should be really good education, comprehensive, and exciting for young people, and from preschool to university like it used to be. I just really feel badly that our young people who want an education start off in such a hole of debt and really something that they can never get out of. So besides having free college and university, we should be advocating for forgiving student debt, level the playing field for all of our citizens, not just the 1% and their children. We're in a drought here in California, and Jerry Brown has been pro-fracking or hydrofracturing, which really takes millions of gallons of water per day. And we should be transitioning off of the use of fossil fuels into clean, renewable, and sustainable forms of energy. Again, we have those resources. California is the only state that doesn't charge oil companies an extraction fee. And our oil companies and corporations really are not paying their fair share. When I grew up in California, born in 1957 in Inglewood, California, I grew up in a California where the education was good and where corporations were paying at least 35% income tax. We should be paying very little tax, just we, the regular people of California. Sales tax is a regressive tax that hurts poor people, middle-class people more than wealthy people, so we shouldn't be paying sales tax. If you own your own home and it's just your primary residence and it's not a mansion, you shouldn't be paying very much property tax. So people who own many homes and own extravagant homes and own business property are the ones that should be paying the property tax. Really, we're being taxed to death in our income level, while the one percenters are really taking so much from the state and not giving anything back, not in proportion to what they take from the state. So we believe that fracking, hydrofracturing, and other fossil fuel extraction should not only be taxed heavily, but it should be stopped as soon as possible. The environment is rapidly being destroyed by Jerry Brown and his cronies. Jerry Brown does not deserve your vote. He does not deserve your support. The only thing that he really can say is that he balanced the budget, but that's not even true. We have millions of dollars of debt that is not counted. He has deferred pension in something not deferred, but delayed pension of $6 billion to balance, so-called balance that budget. And the rest of the budget has been balanced by raising taxes and really undermining and cutting back on social services, the services that we need to lift those 25% of our population out of poverty. And we have the highest homeless rate in the entire nation, about 1 million people homeless, with all of the empty housing units we have and all of the empty properties. There's no reason that one person, one family, one child needs to go homeless or hungry in this state. And of course, Jerry Brown and the Republicans are not addressing this issue. So we do have a lot of very serious problems in this state, from unemployment to, like I said, the environment, to the poverty rate, to education. Jerry Brown is a huge proponent of prisons and locking people up and not letting them go, and spending $60,000 per prisoner, over $60,000 per prisoner per year, when we spend less than $9,000 per K through 12 student per year. So what does that say about Jerry Brown and the 1%'s priority? Jerry Brown gets a lot of money from the oil companies. He gets a lot of money from private prison and prison guard unions. And that's also probably why he's against legalization of marijuana and legalization of hemp. We need hemp to really promote clean alternatives to plastics, to fossil fuels, and really anything that's made out of fossil fuels or plastic can be made from hemp. Clothing can be made from hemp. Paper can be made from hemp, which would stop deforestation. And again, it's about healing this state and not wringing out the last drop of oil, not cutting down the last tree, not using our precious resource of water to go to fracking and big ag. You know, we think that agriculture should be local and it should be organic, not these big agribusinesses and Monsanto. If I become governor of the state of California, Monsanto will have a lot to answer for, and we will not only require that GMOs be labeled, we will do like many countries in the world have done, and we will ban GMOs. And I say empty the prisons of people who are there on nonviolent offenses and marijuana and other drug offenses. Empty the prisons. Use that money in rehabilitation, and also use that money to promote these ideas that we're talking about, the environment and agriculture free of GMOs and free of pesticides, free of Roundup, to really start healing this state. But I'm not totally against prisons, because I believe that we need to hold these corporations, such as oil corporations and Monsanto, we need to hold those executives accountable for what they have been doing. And speaking about holding people accountable, if I become governor of the state of California, our citizens, especially our poor citizens, our citizens of color, will not have to fear the police. And if there are any police shootings, any more murders by policemen, I will instruct my Attorney General to vigorously go after these police and to hold them accountable, to hold their forces accountable, to hold their superiors accountable for really terrorizing the population of the state of California. And if you're not a poor person, if you're not a person of color, it's time, again, that we stop pretending that they don't exist, that these problems do not exist. And it's time to start looking at our own use of fossil fuels, our own support of these industries that are really destroying the environment. Now, June 3rd is the election. There's Jerry Brown and 14 other of us candidates running for governor. So Jerry Brown is getting about 45% of the vote. That leaves 55% amongst 14 others. And my question is, why can't it be me coming in second? And it can be me coming in second. This has been a very low energy campaign in terms of donations and in terms of volunteers and in terms of people following through. But we really need to get out on Tuesday and vote. Even if you don't vote for me, research the candidates and vote for the person that more closely aligns and aligns with your own values, your own core values. I invite you to go to Cindy2014.org and read my platform and read the platform of the Peace and Freedom Party. We've been here since 1967, and if we come in second in June, on June 3rd, and go on to November, of course we're still going to be in the race and we're still going to be vigorously campaigning. But even if that doesn't happen, Peace and Freedom Party has been here since 1967. I have been doing this since my son was killed in Iraq, and tomorrow would have been his 35th birthday on May 29th if he wasn't killed in Iraq. So we're still going to be here. We're still going to struggle with these issues. And trust me, Jerry Brown will be, he won't be running for election again in 4 years. So he's been a terrible governor for the 99% and a wonderful governor for the 1%. And I think when he becomes a lame duck, he's not going to get any better. He's not going to address these issues. So really, we need to put someone in there like me who is from you, born and raised here. I've been through all the struggles with you. I know what it is to struggle, but I also know what it is to work together for true, positive, and wonderful change. So again, I invite you to go to Cindy2014.org, check my platform out, what I stand for out, be an informed voter, but go and vote. Vote for the candidate you want, but also cast your vote against Jerry Brown and his policies. They also designed Top 2 primary to really do away with third-party and independent candidates. And we're not going to go away, but the voters need to show the political establishment that we mean business, and we are here, and we do care about our state. We do care about the world, and I do. I care about this state. I care about you. And I think I've proven that I care about humanity, not just California borders, not just within United States borders, but a borderless world where everybody has the same existential right to a good life, not a wonderful, excessive life for the 1% and a struggle for the rest of us. So again, vote for me. Vote for Cindy Sheehan. Vote for true change. We believe that a healthy California will go a long way to undermining our unhealthy empire. And California is on the West Coast, and our true positive change can only spread east in this groundswell of grassroots, progressive, radical, revolutionary change. Again, this is Cindy Sheehan, Cindy2014.org. Vote for me, vote for true change, and vote for a person who will go to government and fight in the struggle with you, not against you. Peace out for now.